South Africa has denied visa to Nigerian basketball players. Crazy. South Africa has denied visa to Nigerians national under-18 basketball team. I don't know if we should clap or we should cry or we should feel some type of way. What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. Not a beautiful day between South Africa and Nigeria once more. They're back at it again. So let's gather. Let's come together. I know we don't know who we are. My name is Zack. I don't know who you are, but certainly after watching this video, we're going to love each other. Please click on the button, subscribe. YouTube say that you guys watch videos, but you not subscribe. I don't think that's a very good thing. Let's come together. Push this channel further. This is where we speak about us, Africa, black people all across the world, the Caribbeans, the diaspora, from our perspective, okay? Not that of the mainstream media. Now, South Africa has denied visa to Nigerian national under-18 basketball team, preventing them from participating in the 2024 FIBA Under-18 Afro-Basket tournament set to take place in Cape Town from December. Crazy stuff. This is insane. We see story of African being refused a visa to England, to France, to the United States. But I have never seen a story where an African department or an African team, an official team in Africa, being denied a visa to another African country. This is crazy. The South African consulate in Abuja denied the male players visas. So these players in Nigeria obviously have been training very hard. They've been training in Abuja after returning from Abidjan, where they played a little bit. They are devastated. Of course, you've been training very hard. You're under 18. You're a young man looking for an opportunity to prove to the world. Surely these kids play very hard because they know at FIBA, you get an opportunity to be seen by international collectors, international teams. Some of them dream of playing at the NBA. The NBA is the biggest basketball organization in the world, where you can make a great living, make a lot of money for you and your families. And just like many other sportsmen, being one myself, I understand we all dream of an opportunity to go abroad and go play, perhaps in the US or somewhere else. And surely these kids under 18 say to themselves, we're going to South Africa. That's where we're going to show off our talent and be seen by somebody important and maybe get a contract for the future. Well, that's just been shattered. Udwezi, who's a Nigerian, said, first of all, it's rather unfortunate that an African country need a visa to travel to another African country. That's very unfortunate indeed. Secondly, this is against the spirit of sportsmanship. These kids have sacrificed too much for a visa consular officer to deny them the opportunity to represent Nigeria globally. What do you think about that? An African country needing a visa to another African country. It is very unfortunate indeed. I mean, you don't get that in Europe. A French man don't need no visa to go to Spain. A Spanish man don't need a visa to go to Greece. A Greek man need no visa to go to Amsterdam, Roma, or any other place. But they came to Africa and told you guys need to be separate. In 1885, this is going to be South Africa. This is Botswana. This is from now on, it's going to be called Tanzania. This is going to be Kenya. This is going to be Nigeria, Ghana, Uganda, and all that. And from now on, you're going to need papers to traverse and see the other person's country. Countries never existed, fellas. I will never stop saying that. There was no such thing as a country. Yes, your people existed. Yes, your tribe existed. Yes, your clan existed. I don't know if you know your clan. What's your clan? Do you know what your father's clan is? Your grandfather? Yeah, those are your people. Countries were put together with one goal. Europeans coming to Africa, coming to steal minerals, gold, diamonds, uranium, cobalt, you name it. But as we are going to Africa to steal, let's not fight each other like we always done. Let's not fight each other in Africa like we've done in Europe. So you're going to take Cameroon as France. You're going to take Côte d'Ivoire, Senegal, Togo, Benin. Me as Britain, I'm going to take South Africa, Kenya, Uganda, Nigeria, Ghana, you name it. That's how they did it. So they don't fight each other. But by coming to Africa, they created countries. Look, if you take an aeroplane, if you ever take an aeroplane, I know a lot of people out here have never even flown. They've never been in an airplane. If you take an airplane and fly across your country, you will not see a line that says, this is my country. This is Botswana. This is Mozambique. Or this is where South Africa is. There's no line. It's imaginary. All that stuff that you see, it's imaginary. They've imagined that. They've traced that in their mind. Separating cousins and families and nephews, one from one side, the other from the other side. all of a sudden. And it's very sad that we have perpetuated this. Now, in contrast, South African Embassy in Lagos approved the visas for the girls' team, who is currently in Pretoria for their match against Egypt. I don't know if we should clap hand or we shouldn't clap hand because it makes no sense. Why should we clap hand for getting visas? It doesn't make sense. Whether it was Kenya giving visa to Mozambique or Uganda giving visas to Egypt, it makes no sense to clap hand because shouldn't brothers visit each other? So they refused visa to Nigerians, men or boys under 18, but they've acquired visa and provided visa for the girls. They are in Pretoria right now training. What could be the cause? Both teams have previously qualified for the tournament by winning the FIBA Africa Zone 3 qualifiers in Ivory Coast. So Nigerian men and women under 18 have both qualified because they won the championship in Ivory Coast. But now, only the females have been allowed, but the male are not going to come. Not at all. Now, unfortunately, many people are very upset in Nigeria and they lodged the complaints against South Africa, saying this is unacceptable. Nigeria Foreign Affairs Ministry, by the efforts to resolve the issue, has been so far ineffective. I mean, these are not people going to South Africa to do business or anything. They're going for sport, and it's clear. Well, we've seen many times in Europe them refuse visas to some Africans. Why do they do that? Because they think, for most cases, that Africans, when they come to Europe or America or Canada, they never return. Many instances, Africans have gone to Europe for basketball team, for soccer team, for whatever athletes occupation and not return because, that's what's happened sometimes. Because they choose a better life over there. Because they find that there's opportunities for them. Could this be the reason why South Africans, the Home Affairs Department refused to issue visas? Because this is a big slap in the face. These are sort of diplomatic people. It must be a level of respect. You are not coming in our country. Are there Nigerians in South Africa? Yes, there are a lot of Nigerians that live in South Africa. They're not very much liked by South Africa. No doubt about that. The relationship between South Africans and Nigerians have always been very crusty. At least black South Africans and Nigerians don't get along. Nigerians are accused of doing crime, committing extortions and human trafficking, drug dealings and all illegal stuff. I mean, Nigerians in South Africa live the life. They occupy the big houses, the nice the villas in the most prominent areas of South Africa, all across the country. They look good, the majority at least. Do all Nigerians do good in South Africa? No. Some Nigerians are called God, but they're very rare. You'll most likely never see them do such jobs. Do Nigerians work for the man or work for companies? They don't work for companies. For most cases, they seem to be working for themselves. But many people believe working for themselves is just a way to money launder, because in reality, they're mostly dealing with illegal stuff. Now, what drugs, whether it is true or not, are Nigerians bringing drugs or are Nigerian importing drugs in South Africa? It's very difficult to tell because the bottom line, some studies say that Nigerians don't bring drugs to South Africa. They work for the people that brings drugs to South Africa. Now, who are the people that bring drugs to South Africa? That's a big question mark. Apparently, they're not black. Now, Nigerians white, are they Nigerian whites? No, there are no Nigerian white. So who are these white people that bring drugs to South Africa? Are they South Africans? Question mark. So Nigerians are runners. They have the courage to take the drugs from the white man and distribute. That's how they make the money. Well, a lot of South Africans will not do that for many reasons. Number one, because they're scared. When you get arrested, you're going to go to jail forever. Number two, that's not their zone of operation. South Africans, in most cases, want to get a job and work for the boss and wait for the salary at the end of the month. Nigerians, on the other hand, are not that type of people. Now, black South Africans see Nigerians with big cars, big houses. How come you came here 2 days ago and you're looking good? You have a big house. What are you doing? We don't like you anyway. Well, another way, black South African women love Nigerians because they have money to spend. Not necessarily the case for black South Africans. Okay, so back in time, let's go back and try to be fair in this story. I mean, Bafana also was subjected to a very uncomfortable situation. Bafana went to Nigeria to play soccer and they raised alarm because they were kept in the airport for over 48 hours.
So Bafana were delayed in Nigeria and they were forced to spend the night in Port Harcourt last night in Nigeria at the Victor Arthur International Airport because it was closed by the time the team was scheduled to take off. So yeah, a lot of people were asking about their whereabouts, but SAFA did report the delay, and they had to now spend the night in Nigeria.
48 hours. They went to Nigeria to play a soccer game. They were not put in a hotel. They were left in a hotel for 48 hours. Yeah, Bafana had raised alarm after spending the night in Port Harcourt International Airport 48 hours before the crucial 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier. 48 hours, fellas. I mean, was that a strategy to make them lose the game or what? We don't know. Information obtained from Twitter handle showed that the team spent the night at the River State capital barely 2 days before their clash. So once you get to a country to play a game, you go, you sit down, you're settled. They put you in a hotel in good condition. You don't sleep in the airport, especially not as an official team. Okay, so it was a very, very unacceptable situation. Now, Nigerians said there was an issue in Nigeria at the time. There was a nationwide strike in Nigeria that forced the South African party to land in the Port Harcourt. But the trip to Uyo is the town where the game was supposed to be played, was delayed after the airport at the final destination was reported closed for the day. So the day they were supposed to be going to Uyo, the airport at Uyo was closed, so they couldn't travel. They remained where they were. Okay, we hear that. But why were they not put immediately in a hotel where they could relax while waiting for things to clear up? This is crazy, fellas. I mean, it's very sad to see two brothers, African brothers. I know some of you don't like that. You don't want to be brothers. Yeah, it's very sad to see that people are tearing each other apart. From Chidima's story to any other. I mean, this is crazy. It's insane. Let me know how you feel about this. It's always a good pleasure. All these kids, unfortunately, are going to, go through this. This is sad. This is somebody's dream. He's worked very hard for it. Under 18 years old, still a kid looking for an opportunity to go play at the NBA, to be seen. Just because somebody did something wrong in the past, do other people have to live the consequences? I don't know. Let me know. God bless.